Okay, I'm the widower. My name is Abdul Halde. We stopped last time with the video with the ovarian cancer. So this was just let's just recap. The doctors came back to us and said to us, she's got stage 4 ovarian cancer. Now at this point in time, I don't know what stage 4 ovarian cancer is. I'm not a doctor, I don't know. And they sat down with us and they said to us, look, what we can do is we can do chemotherapy. And with chemotherapy, it can possibly extend the life to about plus minus 5 years. Now I'm listening to all of this, but I'm not really understanding what is going on, and I'm not really taking in what is being said, because in my mind, my wife is going to get cured. That's in my mind. All in my mind is that she's going to get cured. With the doctors telling you about the 5-year period, I don't know what that's all about. We've never been down this road. We always hear about this one getting cancer, that one getting cancer. We always hear about things happening around us, but never ever in the 17 years of our marriage did we ever think that the 18th year of our marriage is going to be battling with ovarian cancer. We didn't think that. We never thought that, because we were happy in our marriage and this was our life. And now we are hit with something so big, and yet I cannot comprehend it. I can't comprehend. I don't know. I didn't know how to go about it, because we've never been in this position before. However, my wife Farhan and I we had a meeting, and we sat down and we said, okay, this is now the way forward, or whatever the case may be. And then she said to me, the doctor said, if I take the chemo, it will help. So okay, we started chemo sessions because this is what Farhana wanted. But now immediately after that, I became Dr. Google, because I needed to know what stage 4 ovarian cancer is. And the more research I do, you run into a brick wall, because it says to you that people survive from this cancer, from that cancer, from that cancer. But the chances of surviving stage 4 cancer is very, very slim. Anyway, so for 9 months, we've been running from pillar to post. Whatever is out there, we did it. Whatever is out there, we did it. So I'm not going to take you through all of that 9 months running from pillar to post, because that is not my video. My video is to tell you, or to speak to you about who Farhana Belen Halde is. However, but I'm going to add in the last part, the very last part. I'll say a week before she passed away, she became ill. Then I heard, she was fine all the time with the chemo, with all the other medication we've been doing, and okay. But the last week, 10 days maybe, she became very ill. Then we had no more options. And then I read up about this place called the Hummingbird. Now the Hummingbird they are based in England, but they opened up a new place. It was a Century City, Cape Town. I went to them, and we did our first consultation. And then they said to me, look, what we're going to do is we're going to do the consultation. We're going to see how things work, and we're going to try and help you. And but they gave us a lot of confidence. They gave her a lot of confidence that they can do something. And They gave me a figure. It was quite a big figure. Then I wanted to pay a deposit and things, but they said to me, no, don't pay us. We're going to check her out. We're going to go through everything. We just pay for the consultation, for the first check, the consultation. So okay, they checked out and everything, and when they were done, because at this place, the Hummingbird, they have a herbalist and they have a doctor, and they work together. And then then what happened then was, they did the consultation and they said to me, okay, we're going to get back to you with what we're going to do. We're going to work out a plan for you, a payment plan, and we're going to see what we can do for you. Okay, that was about 10 days before she passed away. Then at that point in time, we came home. Things were going okay, but then just, I think, 5-6 days before she passed away. So it was 3-4 days later, and she became ill again. I took her back to the Hummingbird. They checked her out again, and then one of the doctors spoke to me and said, okay, what we're going to do is, because they were busy with about maybe 2 hours, the doctor spoke to me and said to me, like, okay, can I speak to you? I need to speak in my office. So while the nurses were busy with Farana, I went with the doctor. We sat in his office and we spoke. But what a wonderful gentleman, what a wonderful gentleman. And we sat down and we spoke. And he said to me, we've checked out everything. And he said to me, I don't want to speak in front of your wife, but there's absolutely nothing we can do. I don't want, he says to me, I don't want to take your money. I don't want to take your money, and I know there's nothing we can do. And he said to me, can I, in my house, in the corner of my house, light up some candles, and I sit and pray to God for you? I said to him, by all means you can do so. But still, I am blank to what is going on. He's telling me there's nothing they can do. He's telling me she's going to pass away. He's telling me a time is going to come soon. But I am blank to all of that. All that's going on inside here is fighting to find a cure. Fighting to find a cure. So my neighbor is a doctor. He said to me, you're wasting your money. He said to me, I'm a doctor. If it's my wife, I will not be doing what you're doing, because you are now wasting a lot of money, running from pillar to post. There's no comeback. He was being honest with me. At the time I thought, how is my neighbor? At the time I thought he's my neighbor. He'd probably give me advice or something where I have hope, where I have something to hold on to. But because it's genuine, and because he loves me, he gave me the honest answer. However, at the Hummingbird, they said to us, we need to go to the hospital. We went to the hospital. We spoke to the doctor at the hospital. This was on the Sunday morning. This was on the Sunday morning, 5 days before she passed away. Let's see. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, she passed away. Right, 5 days. I can't count it on this 5 days on this hand, because I've got 4 fingers on this hand and 5 on this hand. So I can't, this finger I lost when I was like 9 months old. Anyway, but it's not about me. This is about Farana Milan Halde. However, at the hospital, early Sunday morning, I'm with the doctors, with the surgeons, and they say to me, look, what we can do a surgery, and we can try and delay this process by a few months. If we don't do the surgery, the maximum she has is 1 month. What do? Then what happens next? What happens next? I'm sitting by a bedside, the love of my life, and I'm looking at her. And I says to her that this is what the doctor says, and the doctor is standing there. It was very early that Sunday morning. It was like 6 a.m. round about there. And the doctor says to me, no, the doctor said to me already. I'm emotional, so I'm jumping with words. The doctor said to me already that what he can do. If he does the operation, she has a couple of months. If he don't do the operation, she has 1 month. And this is 5 days before she passed away. So I'm looking at her and I'm saying to her, do we just leave everything off and we rather go home? Or do you want to do the operation? And all that is going through her head at that point in time is a four boys. And she looks at me, but she doesn't tell me anything. I know. I'm married to her. I know. We know each other's deepest secrets. That is a bond between a husband and a wife. That's the bond they share. And Farana says, that's what she wants to do, the operation. Early Sunday morning, immediately then, the doctor calls his team in, going to the operating room. They're going to do the operation. So I wanted to go with him to the operating room. The doctor says, no, we're going to be busy with it for about 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours. We will call you when we are done. You can go home. There's no need for you to sit outside here for 3 to 4 hours. Okay. I go home. Past 10 o'clock that Sunday morning, the doctor phones me. I must come to the hospital. Right? I'm going to the hospital. I'm going to the hospital. When we get to the hospital, Ran is in the bed, in a room in the bed, full of pain because they opened her up. Full of pain. She's about just recovering slightly. And the doctor says to me, the one doctor says to me, just hang on, I'm going to call the surgeon. The surgeon will come speak to you. All right, I'm sitting by her bedside, but she is not yet, she hasn't come out of the anesthetic like properly yet. But she's barely just about coming out of that anesthetic. And I waited there, but I waited quite a while, but the time went by so quickly. I think I waited more than an hour for the surgeon to come. But the time went because the surgeon was busy with another procedure. So obviously he cannot leave the other procedure and come and speak to me. As much as when you a patient in a hospital, or when you're in a hospital, this is what we want and we expect. We expect all that attention now. But obviously it cannot be like that because he's busy with someone else now. And that is why he was busy with someone else, and that is why the doctor came to speak to me, because the doctor is free, but not the surgeon. However, time went by. It was about past 11 o'clock. I think about just an hour and a half, close to 2 hours went by, and the surgeon came. By that time, Farana has woken up, but she was still in lots of pain. And I was talking to her. She doesn't know what they did to her. She does not know what they did to her, because obviously they haven't even spoken to her yet. So we waited, but I could see she was in a lot of pain, so I didn't try and speak to her too much. I just sat by her bedside to comfort her. Then the surgeon comes, and the surgeon walks into the room where we're sitting, and I greet him. He greets and everything, and he looks at me and he says, "Do you know who that is lying there?" I look at him and I says, "Yes, it's my wife, and I need you to help. I need you to help me to cure her from her illness." He looks at me and he shakes his head and says to me, "That lady lying there is a martyr." Now, at this point in time, that doesn't register to me, because at this point in time, I'm not thinking about her position with God. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about myself and my 4 boys. I'm not thinking about anything. And I'm only thinking about how to get her cured so that she can be with us. But I'm not thinking about what he is saying, because that is not registering. In Islam, you can look it up. In Islam, that is why I said this video is for the entire world. It's not for this religion, that religion, that religion, because in this video there's lessons to be learned. In Islam, when someone passes away, and that person passes away as a martyr, it is said to be believed that that person goes straight to heaven with no questions asked. With no questions asked. Now, I am broken down. I'm worried about my 4 boys, and I'm worried about my wife. So this is not registering. My next video will be how do I tell my boys, your mom is going to pass away, she's going to leave us in less than 1 month. How do I tell my 4 boys? One is 17 years old, one is 14 years old. This is on the 5th of March that this doctor is speaking to me. The 14-year-old one will turn 15 on the 18th of March. One is 12 years old, he'll turn 13 on the 12th of July. The one is 3.5 years old. That little one will turn 4 on the 15th of October. That same year, that same year of 2017. We are now in 2023, in April of 2023. So how do I tell my 4 boys, your mom has less than a month to live? How do I do that? You tell me, how do I do that? Thank you for watching. The next video is going to be how I break down telling my boys what is happening and telling my boys the sad news. Till the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.